Captain's log, stardate 1217201912.3. Starship USS Excelsior's log, NCC 77246. So I have a couple updates for you all. I'm sorry I haven't made a live video for a while. I've been, this girl has been severely depressed. That's right, depressed. Now, some say I'm borderline, which is not true, and some say I'm bipolar, which more likely is true, but what the hell. So I'll give you a quick update of what's going on since the last video. So, first of all, I'm going to sit on the bed because it's easier for me to do the video this way than to do it another way. So, and it's better for the light. So anyways, for a short video, because I should be wearing a shiny top. Instead I'm wearing this, and it's the way it is going. Oh, and I got a hole in it. You didn't even notice about that. Oh well. So for some of you wondering what's going on, why I haven't done a video in a while, like I said, is I'm depressed. As you know, my computer's making loud grinding noises, so I sent it into the nearest depot, which is Tennessee Station, USS Memphis, USS Lenovo. So in the 3 different sectors. So meanwhile, I'm not doing many videos because, like I said, I'm depressed. But I'm also depressed because a couple of incidences happened that turned me around recently. So one of the incidences that happened since I haven't been around much was I was trying to do a business deal with a guy for selling some games. Unfortunately, because I have to sleep, he didn't like the fact I needed 2.5 hours of sleep, get up, catch ferries. So he basically was angry that I was sleeping during his business time. So technically let's just say it completely and thoroughly failed. And so no games are sold. So that kind of depressed me. But also, running a computer scan before my computer went in for repairs came out a diagnostic. Turned out the hard drive was failing, which brand new computers shouldn't do that. And then on top of that, Lenovo turned around and was screwing me around with warranty, saying, that my warranty is almost up after they sold the computer to Costco, and Costco decided to sell it to me, and the warranty was activated before then. So then when we complained about it, they said, oh, it's an open box, and we got a refurb model, and then every other BS story. So technically they can't keep their story straight. They're trying to save money by screwing me over and make me pay for the parts. So we'll find out. So anyways, so the other problem is I sent the proof in to my cousin Dinky and Corey to look it over, and then on top of all this, please excuse me, I'm just itching my foot. I use a corner over here. So the other problem we have is that I went to pay off my layaway and it was canceled. And I wouldn't complain about it being canceled, but the problem is I was sick with the flu, so I have to redo Christmas purchasing, and that's been down in the dumps because of some severe issues that happened. And one of the issues that happened was Walmart decided when we called to check on the canceled layaway, because I missed the date, they said, thanks for the free money, you're not getting it back. Well, between advocates and family and stuff, we got it squared away because I contacted headquarters by phone, email, and so forth, and they returned a letter to me yesterday stating that they're very disappointed in the customer service at their store, and they want to they want to refund my money. So they don't want any negativity against them because of this whole problem. So they were generously nice to give me my money back. So that was a blessing. That came in yesterday. But before then, I was depressed because of the whole issue. Besides me sending my computer in for repairs, another depression point was Christmas. Between everything going on, I had to be kind of upset because my cousin Dinky, she's awesome. Unfortunately, she made a point about turkeys. Now, every time I went in to see my advocate, she'd be giving me free whole turkeys. Okay. Now, this isn't a big deal to me, but it was a big deal to my cousin Dinky. And when I was bringing it up to my father-in-law, Poppy, he said, "Look, people need to realize that you're supporting Chloe, and because you're supporting Chloe, and I believe Chloe's mom would say the same thing, that you got to eat. So if someone gives you 7 turkeys, then eat those 7 turkeys." Well, so the other day I went in and I found out we're going to get ham coming up this coming Saturday. Wednesday and Saturday, they're giving hams out for the Christmas season for Christmas dinners through the food bank, which is not a big deal. I went into the church the other day, and the church gave me a Christmas box with a 20-pound smoked ham, bone in. And I was like, because last year it was like this big. This year it was Mondo huge. I was just like, right on. Well, I got the biggest one because they thought, oh, well, I'm struggling. Well, so yesterday, because I applied for help with extra for winter time for the electricity again, because our electricity bill keeps going up. So they have a program which helps pay for it. They give you like between $500 and $1,500 in credits, and so the more because we're 2 people and I'm supporting Chloe, we get a higher amount. So what happened was we got approved for the electricity subsidy, which was a blessing. Well, my advocate messaged and said she wants to swing by and deliver me a ham on Saturday. Now that means I'll have 3 hams in my freezer, which to me is a blessing by itself because we gotta live. And frankly, it's already the 17th of December, and we are literally, doing things. Now, one of the specials that happened is I went ahead and I got a couple Christmas presents, and I got to get them wrapped and put under the Christmas tree. But the point is I'm still struggling, literally. And then my Saint Jose messaged and said if I needed help January, if he can do it. I appreciate everything he does. He is a saint. He knows I'm struggling, and I do like his encouragement. Oh, have a bottle of whiskey, but it's not time. I mean, literally, I like Jack Daniel honey. I've tried most of the honey flavors and cinnamon. Nothing beats Fireball, and nothing beats anything else. Even Jack Daniels doesn't beat Fireball. Now, I could try Jack Daniel's cinnamon, but after trying the other cinnamons and the other flavors, Jim Beam, Evan Williams, they don't compare, and frankly, I'm tired of drinking a lot of booze because A, I don't like the side effects, and it makes me feel weird, and B, it gives me too many heart troubles. So to me, I find it to be not good, and so to me, I'm like, so the next issue is I've been talking to a couple people and on different issues, and one of the issues we talked about was what I'm doing to quell my thoughts of alcohol. Now, some people say, oh, well, you binge drink, it's one thing. But even if you binge drink, it's considered somewhat like a form of alcoholism. To me, it is a big form of alcoholism because, we all make mistakes and we drink too much. We do so stupid things. Well, with me, I've gotten into alcohol as an escape for things like Chloe carving her arms or, threatening to kill herself. And it doesn't do any good and it just wastes money. So what I've been doing lately, and I'll tell you this, is I have Amazon Prime. It costs me $6.49 a month. So I can watch anything on there. I've watched Star Trek Voyager, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Star Trek The Next Generation, etc. Now, one of the things I truly, truly like in that is I've been looking over some of the movies that I've never seen. Okay, for example, I became a member of the Disney Plus community. Okay, now people say, oh, well, that must suck. Well, I know a couple people hate Disney. Well, I've seen a lot of older movies that I grew up with, and I'm watching newer movies, and I can tell you I'm enjoying every moment of it while waiting for my computer to be repaired. It's not just a form of escape, but it's also a form of relaxation, too. For example, I've watched all the Marvel movies except for the ones that they haven't put out yet. Like they just added a new one and said you can watch it June something for like Marvel's the Avengers Infinity Wars or whatever. So that's cool. But a few times in my life, where I don't want to wait 6 months to watch a movie, I can find an Amazon between $2 and $5 a movie, and I'll just, instead of paying for booze, I'll spend 3 hours, which could be 3 hours of being intoxicated. Just spend 3 hours watching something like tonight. Because I'm sleeping in days, I went ahead and watched what's that movie called? Beauty and the Beast with Emma Watson. I gotta tell you, that movie was really badass. Now all the Avenger movies are great. I've seen all the Star Wars movies up to episode 8 now. I mean, I'm not subscribing to Netflix, but I've watched all the Star Wars movies. I've seen all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I've seen all the Toy Story movies. Now, last night, before bed, I decided to, or not before bed, when I got out of bed, when I get out of bed today, when I get up later for my snooze time, I'm going to go ahead and watch, I mean, when I get up after I climb into bed here and sleep, I will get up because I have a couple things I got to do. One is take a bath and be prepared for a trip I'm taking tomorrow to do business off, and so off this Starship, going to get my refund back from the Walmart, as well as I'm going to do some purchasing, and Chloe wants to go because Chloe was so excited that her grandmother decided to send her in the mail Christmas money, and Chloe's like, oh yeah, Christmas money. Well, I was talking to a family member about Chloe's thoughts, and some people say Chloe's selfish because I support her on food and electricity and everything else. Chloe should just dump all her money and whatever else she gets for Christmas for me, and I found it to be appalling. I was talking to my father-in-law, Poppy, last night, Dad, and I told him the story, and he's like, look, if you went 50-50, that's fine, but to me, you and I both know the same answer. And he says, you know what the same answer is? And I said, yes, the answer is that because Chloe has no income, whatever Chloe has, let her hoard it. I mean, literally, it's not my business to take something that's not mine, and a lot of people think, well, oh, I must be the con artist that would steal from Chloe, which I'm not. So that's just something, but anyways, let's go back to what I was talking about. So I've been watching Disney movies, Disney cartoons, Three Caballeros. We watched the live action of Dumbo and then the cartoon Dumbo. We're going to go watch Beauty and the Beast, the cartoon, and Beauty and the Beast Christmas. We also have Home Alone's lined up. We also have the Santa Claus lined up. So we have a few Christmas movies. I've been in a depressive state, so I've been watching everything from Star Wars to the Avengers to some of the bigger movies. Now, Chloe and I wanted to watch the Jurassic Park series and the Fast and the Furious movies, but we never got around to it because of the problem with price, and the fact that they, watch them all digitally, or streaming is hard to find unless you get like Netflix, which I won't go with Netflix or Hulu because I don't want to go to Netflix or Hulu and find out there's like 20 movies I want to watch and then pay for a month. I mean, literally I could, but with the Disney content I have for $7.57 a month with tax, I can't complain. And then I'm paying for Stars, and I've only watched 8 movies on Stars. So, the Da Vinci Code was the main series I was watching, and I watched The Sackets too, which is really good. So, now my family turns around and they say, oh, it's a digital age, go digital. Well, I do want hard copies of movies. The thing is I also found Disney to be really interesting for streaming their movies, because I can stream movies, and once they clear out the hiccups from the Disney Plus, it'll be a great service. I mean, I can't complain for the price, and with Amazon Prime, I'm getting free shipping. So, but anyway, so back to my story. So I'm depressed because, my computer's down, and I've been playing Harvest Moon, the game on Game Boy Advance, and then I've been also watching movies and doing spreadsheets off and on. Some minor paperwork that for my projects. I'm watching a few reviews for game purchases, and I'm just trying to slide by until we get my computer back, which will probably be more likely into the month or early next month. So they're saying the warranty expires on June 6, 2020. And frankly, I didn't even have the computer since I think we started in October. So they're only giving us 3 months of warranty and saying you're out. And to me, the computer, it needs more than 3 months of warranty, because that there is basically warranty fraud. And to me, I'm trying to do my best. So on that aspect. So, but anyways, back to my story. So I got mad at Walmart. They said, thanks for the free money. I told Walmart I'm never going to go through them. I'll go through Target or Fred Meyer's or, Amazon. And they got a little butthurt because their little employee, and they decided to fix it. So to me, I can't complain. Now, the only thing left in the arsenal that I'm waiting for to come back in my quiver, as I call it a quiver, is my computer. So I'm waiting for my computer to be brought back to me. In the meantime, I'm just being patient and watching movies. Now, I was patient because I once Walmart said thanks for the free money, I decided it was time to cut my losses with Walmart and not go through them again. Apparently, the complaints I had was so big an impact that they didn't want to make it anything bigger. So they said, here's a refund. Just have your refund. So I was like, okay, so we're going to get our refund tomorrow. And then once we're done with our business in town, we're coming home and we're going to sleep. And that's how it works. We sleep in the daytime, but we're going to be pushing it late. We'll probably get in late. Well, I said we get our business done and go, early shuttle, and then to another shuttle, and then get there and get done. So Chloe is going to go to the library today, make sure we get the layaway payment printout, that we get a refund, and we're just going to go and get it taken care of, and then we're done. And, because, I had the flu, so I couldn't go. And Chloe didn't want to go because of her anxiety, so that really hinders everything. And, ever since that guy tried to rape us, we have been holed up here, sleeping days and staying up nights. And now with the Amazon, we should be no problem, and so I'm happy about the Amazon completely, and so so I got some stuff to go over with Chloe. I'm hoping, me and Chloe can figure out what we want to do. We're not really in a big hurry to go off the Starship Excelsior and then to the shuttles and everything, but we can. I just frankly would think, patience is a virtue. So, anywho, so since, all this has happened, I was depressed also because my township that I play on my computer is down. Can't access it, and so it sucks. So I can't access it. I'm depressed. I'm afraid I'm going to start over yet again. And so to me, it is really hard, to uh, have that all there. I don't know if I made I don't know if you can back up it on something, or they say it's updatable and backed up, but I don't know how to get it on the tablet to configure with it. So I'm like lost for words, So anyways, so last night, I decided, because I want to um, do a few things. I was determined, and I was going to do it this morning, but I got into movies. Like I said, I watched the first of the entire Toy Story series, and then I went to a movie called like The Body Swap or something. Pretty lame, two high school students, which is bodies, one's a man, one's a woman, and it goes on and on. And then we put in Beauty and the Beast, which was really good. I mean, Emma Watson was fantastic. And then we decided afterwards, Chloe's going to take a bath. I'll take a bath when I get up. And we were just going to wait around until the mailman comes. But while the mailman comes, I'll be sleeping. So what I did last night, or early this morning, in between watching the Toy Story series, I put in a turkey. I had it defrosted, so I threw it in there because I went to a food bank. They're like, well, they asked me if I wanted certain foods. I'm like, not. So they're like, here's a turkey. And so I felt blessed, And then everything, right before Christmas is falling into place nicely. And then I've just been waiting patiently. And the only way I'm waiting patiently is because of my what do you call it? Movies and stuff. So I made it, made a nice dinner. And then what I want to do at the store is I got to get some milk, which is really funny because lately I go to the store when I need something, and, I go and I get milk, which is always a staple. I get butter. Cheese, I bought some cheese recently. Let me tell you, it's corked up for so long, it was hurt coming out. Someone would say TMI. So that was that. And then afterwards, another item I want to get is a jar of bouillon so I can make some soup. I can make it out of the turkey bones, but I'd prefer fresh bouillon, and then I'll use a couple cans of vegetables. We got plenty of vegetables. I'll just throw together a nice soup for a couple days, and that'll feed me until it's time for the lovely ham. Or hams, because I'll swap them out. Ham, then turkey, then ham, then turkey, then ham, until we're all out, And so, one of the things that was interesting was I was at the grocery store, and I found out they had family size Salisbury steak. Now I know they're like $1.50 more here on the at the station than going off the station and going to, say, Mount Vernian's Walmarto, but I figured it was better to do it this way and then traveling, because if I travel off the station, it's going to cost me about $15 for Chloe, just to go get her ticket, not ticket, sorry, her check cashed from her grandmother. So to me, I just wished, people would think money orders, begin to go to the post office, sign a money order, just get it, cash, no problem. So to me, it's not a problem, and then Chloe, realized that. She's like, well, how are we going to do it? This is costing us money, and she was kind of bummed about it because, it's coming out of my pocket. And I agree completely with Chloe, and she's always asked me, well, you want to watch Cinderella live and The Lion King live? Can we afford it? And it's like $2.99 or $3.99. It's like, yeah. Instead of investing in booze, I can go out and invest in a movie for 2 hours and enjoy myself, where I'm not getting inebriated. And, but she's concerned because, But I will tell you that I got an entire movie set up, lined up to watch day after day on Disney, so I won't be so bored. I will do my paperwork off and on until it's ready, and then me and Chloe will go ahead and we will go ahead and watch reviews again. So I made a new review list to watch games. I also got a new battle plan put together for Amazon to ask questions about these games. And I'm still tinkering with the idea of picking up a Amazon Alexa because I like the Skyrim program that they have on it. It's like a Dungeons and Dragons for voice, and I just love it. I mean, literally, it's just too entertaining, you know. And I found out recently that there is a mass what do you call it? Class action lawsuit against Amazon because their Alexa devices is listening in to people. Now, I had Alexa and I had Cortana on my laptop, and I didn't mind because Cortana never worked pretty much. You couldn't, program it. But the problem with Cortana is it'd pick up words that weren't even being played, at weird times, and that kind of weirded me out a bit. It just turned on automatically without people knowing. But anyways, so the Alexa little device isn't bad. The Google Home Mini is on sale right now, Christmas time. I'd love to get my hands on one of those, but my problem is I'm trying to justify purchasing one. Now if I was setting up the camera plan like I was going to with Jose's help, it would have been a problem. But the problem with me is I really, only would use the Alexa for Skyrim. I wouldn't be using it for anything else. I mean, yeah, you could use it for voice ordering, but sometimes the program's wonky. So, but anyways, so my depression is slowly lifting. And so tonight before bed, I need to talk to Chloe about video games and our trip to off the Starship and at the station where we dock, so we can get business done and so forth. Another purchase I want to make besides bullion and milk and butter was I wanted to get some frosting for our mixes because the people gave us cake mixes, brownie mixes, and fudge mixes. And we also wanted to get some more stuffing because we like our stuffing with our turkey. So, we have enough gravy to make plenty more gravy. Chloe made up gravy. She's getting better at gravy making than me. I mean, I make it really great. But I use the drippings usually in the turkey pan for my soup as well. It helps with the soup base so I can make it more richer and tastier. So, And so another thing I'd like to square away also is get some more poultry seasoning because I like using poultry seasoning in my foods. So, but now let me tell you a couple things in the movies that made me sad. Okay, Chloe saw me crying, and I was crying at Toy Story 4 when, I realized that they killed off the series by not making a Toy Story 5 because Woody's no longer in the picture, and that kind of saddened me to no end. And another thing that saddened me is in the Avengers, they killed off Tony Stark, or as I liked Stan Lee, who's the founder of Marvel, Tony Stank. His cameos are just funny as heck, but it saddened me that the new comic for 2020 coming out, his brother's going to be taking over, his long-lost brother's taking over the business and taking over as Iron Man, which, in my opinion, is not cool. Again, I did not like it because they killed him off, and to me, that's just too damn sad, that they killed off the Iron Man. I thought the Iron Man series was really good. Captain America was so-so. I didn't like the end of the end games because they made Captain America an old man. He went back in time, and I'm not going to give you many spoilers, but it just sucked balls. Captain Marvel wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. Now, I'm looking forward to the Black Widow movie. The Hulk I would like to see, and I'd like to see the Spider-Man movies myself. But, Captain America sucked donkey ass. I mean, literally, it sucked donkey ass. Now, another thing that I found interesting was the first 3 movies, Star Wars Episode 1, 2, and 3 was awesome. 4, 5, and 6 sucked ass. 7 sucked bad because Hans died. He wanted out anyways. And then 8 sucked royal ass because at the end, Luke Skywalker passes on, and then Episode 9 comes out in 3 days. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Episode 9's about. But still, I think it's going to suck balls because of the problems. Now, you know, when I go past the movie theaters, I've always said to myself, you know, I'll watch that movie or I'll watch this movie, but frankly, I won't watch it off and on because, you know, to me, you know, I'll wait till, as I told Chloe, that comes out on streaming, or I can pay $4.99 or $5.99 at Amazon or another service to watch it without paying $10 for a ticket and then $20 for snacks, you know, and that $10 is just for one ticket. So, for example, one of the things that I was telling Chloe justifying movies was, if I'm going to be spending $40 for a movie, I might as well just go to Amazon and get what I want to watch on Prime and buy stuff that interests me instead of paying through the nose. Like, for example, me and Chloe rented through Amazon. I call it renting. Amazon Prime, we watched Daniel Day-Lewis in Lincoln. We also watched Exodus and Kings, I believe it is. That was a really good movie, too. One of the movies that me and Chloe like is The Skin I Live In, which is a really good movie. It's in English subtitles. It's a movie in Spanish where you got one of the guys that's popular, Antonio Banderas, plays a doctor, and this guy supposedly doesn't remember if he raped his daughter or not. His daughter kills herself in a psych ward in Spain. He turns around and converts the guy that supposedly raped the daughter into an exact duplicate of his wife, and then in the end she kills him, and she's been captive for 6 years as a female. So to me, I think that was pretty badass. But you know, I mean, it's movies like that that really keep me on the verge and on the edge, whereas other movies don't impress me, you know. So, you know, I mean, I've rented Lincoln, I rented Exodus and Kings, I rented a movie called The Flowers of War. I've also rented the Toy Story 4 and the live action of Beauty and the Beast. I want to watch the live action of Cinderella and the live action of The Lion King, and then another one I'd like to. There was one other movie that me and Chloe rented that I can't remember what it was now. We did rent Inferno. That was really good too. We seen those. You know, we had to finish up. Stars didn't have the third movie, Inferno, with Tom Hanks, and so you know, we watched pretty good amount of movies. You know, Exodus and Kings wasn't it? Oh, Ben-Hur. That was the other movie with the Morgan Freeman in it. You know, it's really good, and we thought that was good too, but it wasn't as good as the 1959 one, in my opinion, with what's his name? You know, I can't remember his name now. You know, Charlton Heston. You know, who plays Moses in the original movie of the Ten Commandments. Which, if you know, his last movie before he passed away, he also was the NRA president at one time, Charlton Heston. He also did, the last movie he did was Tombstone as Mr. Booker, you know, Hooker's Ranch, I think it is, or whatever. So, you know, I one of the things that I've always enjoyed in my life was movies and books, and you know, music, movies, books, and video games. So, but you know, my point is it's not a bad thing that me and Chloe's doing, and it saves me a lot of money instead of running out and enjoying, you know, hard liquor, I can turn around and buy and rent movies, So we're watching different series, and then we got other series lined up to watch through Disney Plus and Stars. And one of the things I was telling family was, as I was looking at HBO and Showtime, they don't have anything. Literally, I wouldn't put my money in those because it sucks. Now, I do like the Thursday night football. Me and Chloe will probably be up to watch Thursday night football on Amazon again because, it's really good. And I'm hoping that I don't need to pay much to watch the Super Bowl. Maybe Amazon will handle it or something. I really don't want to go into another subscription paying boatload of money for something like Sony View. I had Sony View, but my problem is I only used the View for hockey and baseball. Oh, and I did like golf. Golf was really cool. But, when Aaron and I was around, we had a little TV, and, we'd watch golf, and he liked soccer, so we'd watch that too. But, it's a big deal, so on that aspect. So I figured, I would share things. And I know, Commander Jess is probably cranky that I didn't. Someone messaged me. I figured it would be. No, it's my friend Layla. So Layla, a friend of mine I've known for 3+ years, more likely 6 now. Met her where I used to live, Quincy, and in the Quintillion sector, and in the Grand Cillian sector, and her mama passed away. So I gave her my condolences. It's really sad. I lost my mama in 2010, and I lost Aaron in 2016. So I'm well aware of death, and so to me, I'm trying to enjoy my life when I can, do things that I can, and one of the things that I talked to Poppy about was, my cousin-in-law is completely right, Dinky, that if I'm being depressed over something stupid like a computer, it means I'm attached to it. Fortunately, I like it because it's a gaming rig, and I can sit at a table and play next to Chloe, and we can play games and not worry. But oh, and one of the things I'm waiting for is an approval letter for Chloe's disability. I'm positive they'll approve it with her medical records. I mean, I'm literally, now if they don't, it's because there's no treatment going on, And I know her mom basically stated in the email that she's always talking about getting treatment, not going, But the problem is it's a big problem, for everyone. So, but that's how it is. So. Anyways, I'm not negatively bashing Chloe in any way, shape, or form. Like I said, I got reviews lined up. I got more movies to watch. So I'm quite content. Oh, I'm talking about Marvel movies for a minute. We also watched, besides the entire Avengers series, except for Infinity Wars, because they didn't have it on Disney, and I'm not renting it because they cap off what happened in Infinity Wars with Endgames. That we also watched, like I said, Captain Marvel, but we also watched the Thor movies. And Thor is a really badass guy. Now, I liked in the Avengers Endgame where he became a fat drunk. He couldn't save the world, or the universe. Half the universe's population died, and he's the blame. And they had to make it interesting, but and so to me, I found it to be, interesting. So, but yeah. Anyways, so the movies are good. I did watch on Disney the live action of Dumbo. Like I said, Lady and the Tramp was amazing. We're gonna watch the cartoon version of Lady and the Tramp ourselves. So Disney's got a lot of content, and I can't complain, and I think for $7.57, I got my money's worth and more. I think Disney has got a long-term customer as long as they keep movies flowing in that I like. One of the series that we're going to be watching soon is Finding Nemo. and Finding Dory, as well as the Car series. And then they got the new one called Airplanes. So we're looking forward to watching some together, and that keeps Chloe, between Chloe cleaning and Chloe uh, cleaning and Chloe um, movies. She hasn't been so argumentative, combative lately either. So that's a plus there, you know. And once we get the gaming rig back, it should be fine. So, um, talking about something funny, I went to this place to drop off the computer. I had a free shipping label, and I used it, and it went to the repair place, and I kept trying to check on the tracking to see where it is in the country. Couldn't pull it up, so I said, shit, this code's not working. Turns out that what happened was I was using UPS instead of FedEx, and so that was cleared up. Now it's tracked and still sitting on the island, I think, or it said it left the island station. So I'll check in with the daily. It says it's supposed to be on a Monday, so you know, Monday the 23rd, which is my next time. I call Poppy. So you know, but I've also been trying to make my videos more non-complaint because someone told me I complain too much on my channel. And so I'm trying to do something different. So I'm trying to tell you how my time is in between videos, because lately, you know, with my depression and Christmas going to shits, you know, and then my family's like, oh, we don't want presents. And then my other family's like, we don't want presents. And another one said, don't worry about it. You got them out to feed. And you know, it's been really hard, you know, and so I've been trying to get advice where I can, but I haven't been asking advice from my cousin Dinky because, you know, I love Dinky dearly, and, you know, there's nothing I can do with the problem, you know, because, you know, Dinky is, you know, Dinky, and so, you know, um, on that, so, you know, I figured before bed I would do an update video for you all. When I get up, I finish taking my bath because we leave early in the morning, which means we'll be up. We won't have any problems. See, what happened was with the game guy is as soon as a movie finished, I went to take a snooze. When I got up, the ferry was gone, the shuttle. So messaged him and said I'd be on the next ferry. He took offense to it, so I said, fuck you, and that was it. I ain't dealing with it. Then I've had other guys message me saying, oh, is this available? I want you to mail it to me. I'm not dealing with mail because I don't accept PayPal. My PayPal account can't accept money anymore because I don't have a bank account linked to it. So I'm stuck with only either Western Union, MoneyGram, or a money order, and those don't work. So MoneyGram is at Walmart and Western Union's at Safeway, so I'm screwed any way you look at it. So I said, you know, oh well. Chloe turned around and said, well, look, good Lord's saving you a lot of heartache by selling this game cheaper. The guy kept lowering the price too. I had to fix him out, and then I said, you pay the ferry shuttles, I'll come. And then he would then we did this. Finally, I just said, fuck it, you know. No offense to anyone on my channel. I'm actually trying to keep my channel a lot cleaner. But basically, you get the idea. I finally said, enough's enough. And so, to me, I felt shafted, you know, that I was going to go ahead and allow my stuff to be screwed over. And Chloe's like, don't, you know, there's more heartache, you know. So, to me, it's all good. Now, I know I need to update the spreadsheets again, but I'm going to update them when the computer comes back to me. I don't want to update it before then because, frankly, I don't want to spend 3 days updating things from eBay. You know, I used to do 3 different sets of spreadsheets. It took me about 10 days. Now I'm just doing Amazon because I Prime. I figure, you know, if I'm going to do something, get the free shipping, you know, and pay the sales tax. I mean, literally, it's the way the world works, you know, and to me, I found it to be the best way possible, whereas I don't want to go to eBay because eBay will charge you with shipping and they will charge you with sales tax. So if I can eliminate the shipping price completely, I don't want to sit there and say, oh, well, this price is cheaper because, you know, it might be like my list, you know, my personal goals, and it might be cheaper to buy it on eBay. But the eBay shippers charge a lot of money for shipping now, and frankly, I don't want to pay a lot of moolah for shipping. So to me, it is not good. So, as you know, so I figured I would share that with you all as well, because frankly, I just don't want to take extra time anymore to do what I don't need to. So spreadsheets will be updated one set a month. Rest of the time, I'm going to be playing video games and or video games or watching movies. And there's a lot of movies out there, so I got plenty of time to do either or. I was just thinking about a gaming guy. I know Dinky doesn't like me talking about video games. It's one of my hobbies. But let me tell you a story about a guy, okay? He sold his company after it merged with another company. He got bought out pretty much. So he spent 2 years, two people did actually, 2 gamers. Spent 2 years sitting on their butt watching every movie that they could. In the end, they got so bored, they started up another gaming company because they just figured, we've seen 2 years of movies. We listened to plenty of music. We have millions of dollars. I think they had like $1 billion plus. They were Japanese. They both were Japanese. They just got tired of it. They're just like, enough's enough, So they decided to start a game company, and that's what they did. And so it was pretty good. So to me, it's not bad. So, but anyways, with that said, everyone, I don't have much to report. Like I said, I'm trying to get over my depression. And the best way to do it is, not think about alcohol and focus on my life goals. And that's what I'm doing. So God has been truly good to me, and I can't complain. Now, I got a couple other updates for you. I was looking to try to get a hold of the PlayStation 2. I don't know if mine works. I have 2. So I messaged Dinky, and I offered to buy the PlayStation 3 they had. It's backwards compatible, so I will play PS1 and PS2 on the system that they have. So I offered to send them PayPal to pay for it so I can pick it up in February. So I have PS3 to play PS2 games, and I can go into my PS2 library and start playing those without any problems, and enjoy life a lot better and enjoy myself. So, that was a blessing too, because, Dinky was like, oh, I was going to throw it out. So I was like, hey, I'll buy it from you. Give me a price, and so that was cool. And then, like I said, the ham was a bonus. I didn't know the local butcher here on the station, donated a ham to us, and we're just like, cool, we'll take it. And we got the electricity subsidy, and we got another subsidy for another program, and and then the layaway thing was taken care of, so I don't have to worry about that. And so I feel pretty much blessed, And my bunny over there, he's doing really well, by the way, little Ed, he's doing really good, little Ebony. Moppy's under the bed snoozing, and so to me, I think, all is well. And so, I feel totally blessed. And so to me, it's really good. So that's what I have for you for right now. I got a lot of stuff to talk to Chloe about. Chloe and I talked to someone who's a psychologist who said Chloe wants me to get rid of her because she wants to feel rejected, and I don't like that idea. I mean, not the rejection part. Chloe wants to leave, that's fine and dandy. She can leave. I don't care. My point is, I'm not going to reject her either because of it, I mean, yeah, she's a real pain in the ass to live with at times, but I'm not forcing anyone's hands either. So, and I got to tell you, last night, once I got dinner done and I was watching a movie and doing my dip, Chloe brought me a plate of food and said, here, you cooked it all up. You cooked the mashed potatoes. You cooked the gravy. I made up some giblet gravy for her. She made her own giblet gravy. I cooked the stuffing, and I did some sides, some vegetables, and we had turkey. And I got to tell you, it was nice of her to make a plate, because, she's like, look, You made this entire meal. You've had to man the kitchen. You had to man the stove. You've had to do this. You've rented some movies, And so to me, I feel really, really blessed. So, but anyways, I shouldn't let this video go any longer because, I got to use the restroom. But I figured I'd give you an update of what's going on, why I'm depressed. And so far, Dinky's right. It's just material possessions. I shouldn't be depressed over it. She's right. And one of the things that made me really happy about this whole ordeal of the computer was I didn't want to send it in, honestly. I figured, it's a processor problem. It's just grinding. Well, Commander Ayanami said, look, Admiral, it's a hard drive problem. It's definitely the hard drive. I said, no. Well, the scan came back every time. It kept going, getting longer and longer. And the scan finally took 6 hours, 57 minutes. Came back, because me and Chloe watched 3.5 movies and finally came back and said, hard drive imminent failure. And I'm going, what? So I ran through the diagnostics a second time. Again, at that time it took longer, and I realized hard drive's failing. So I grabbed everything, the cardboard. I found the inserts. We found the brown paper. We found our packing tape. We packaged it up, put the label on it, stuck a Merry Christmas card in for the repair people. It said, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. You probably don't get one of these. Send a little note saying, have a Happy New Year and stuff. Please return this to me in the original box and, etc. and send it out. I also make copies of the serial number. So if they send me a refurb, I'll know I'm covering all my bases because I'm not going to tolerate it. So, there you have it. So with all that said and done, and my coffee empty, and it being almost, it's bedtime. I'm just waiting for Chloe so we can talk before I climb into bed. I just wanted to share that with you all, what's going on, and I will keep you updated. I didn't mean to go this long in between videos, but I've been depressed, and I'm happy to report, a blessing that the computer hard drive is failing. I also feel it's a blessing that we got a ham, the electricity subsidies, the refund back on the layaway, which I got to claim tomorrow. The reason we're going in tomorrow is Chloe wants cashless check, which she's got to go to a bank, the local bank. There at the station, there is no banks that are grandmother's banks are not on the island station, so we have to go off island. So we'll take a shuttle out there, take care of it all, and we'll be back tomorrow evening or whenever we get done. Hopefully we get done faster. I will make a secondary trip out to the smoke shop once everything's taken care of. Me and Chloe's got to decide what we're going to do, what we're going to get, gift-wise, because we're both going to pull our resources, as she knows, for a better Christmas. So, and then her birthday's coming up in January, so I got to figure something out there. I did pick her up something from the Disney store, so hopefully it comes before then. That's going to be exciting. I also bought my sister Teddy something from the Disney store as well. Hopefully it comes because I want to package up, ship it to her. So with that said, everyone, you know what I need to do, and I will keep you informed on everything, what's going on, when the computer comes back and before then, and so forth. And with it being only 8 days, I believe, until Christmas, I just want to tell you all, if I don't make a video before then, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and you will get another update soon. I'm trying to space out my videos so I can get over my depression. So I'm not talking to Dinky much. I'm not talking to many people much at all on Messenger. I'm just saying, hi, how goes it? And then I leave and I go back to my movies. So right now I'm trying to figure out what I want to watch and so forth. So with that said, everyone, please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions. Hit that like, subscribe button. It's wholesome fun even for your family, including your bunnies, service dogs. Hit that bell notification for new content when I do update. Thanks for watching, everyone. God bless you all, and have a wonderful day or evening, wherever you're from. Thank you, and good night, and peace. And if you don't, pick up Disney Plus. I highly recommend it. Thank you, and goodbye.